Hi, this is a Mitsubishi Delica SpaceGear camping van that I put together for my wife and I to be able to take weekend trips with. And selling it because we needed something a little bit bigger. It's a good four-wheel drive van. It gets around pretty much anywhere. It's built on the Mitsubishi Pajero platform, so it's a tough four-wheel drive truck, and you can it's easy to find parts for it since it uses the same parts as the Pajero. The bed inside is about 180 centimeters long, the box is, and then the mattress is about 5 centimeters longer than that, so you've got about 185, which is comfortable for us. We're average height people. And so this van is just kind of big enough to have a good full-size bed in here. The bed's 150 centimeters wide, which is quite comfortable. It's pretty big for a camper van. It takes up the whole width of the back. And this van is the ideal size to be able to fit a toilet too. You just move the driver's seat forward at night, and then you have these curtains that go over and close completely here. One overlaps the other. This bed converts to a sofa, and I'll just show you how that sets up right now. This plate right here becomes the back plate when it's converted to a sofa. It fits into place like that. And then I have some adjusters here so that you can pivot to get the angle of this sofa right. But right now it's at a pretty good comfortable angle. Here it is in sofa configuration. It's actually quite comfortable to sit in. I have a few centimeters over my head. I'm 174 centimeters tall. So it's got an aisleway here, which has plenty of space. This was a little sink that I built in so that you can have just a jug of water with a spigot there, and then you can wash your hands here, empty it out. You can access a compartment under there from the inside. And then when you have this door open, it's got a little door here with a good sized compartment in there. This is an inverter and battery charger that I have together. Inside of this box here, we have a battery. A diesel heater is on this side. Here's the outlet for the diesel heater. I think it's a 2,000 watt diesel heater, if I remember. Here's the controller for the diesel heater. And the diesel heater is new. I bought it just 5 months ago, something like that. Haven't used it that much, so it should be good for a long time. And then there's a new battery, Fritidsbatteri, 110 amp hours on that side. And these are connected to the main power system of the vehicle and the dynamo. So you can, you know, just connect these actually to charge the Fritidsbatteri as you're driving. Or if you come into a situation where for some reason your start battery is dead, then you just switch these to charge up the start battery of the car from the extra battery so that you can get going again if that were to happen. So you could also just replace this with a diode that's made for this specific purpose, but this kind of works just as good. You have to connect it each time for it to charge that extra battery, but then you have an inverter and a battery charger there. There's also a large storage compartment under here, which is quite big. It's enough to fit pretty much all of our bags and stuff in here when we've been going a trip. Inside there is a panel that you stick that slides inside of this the window on this door. The panel fits into this door at night, and then let me see if I can do this with one hand. When you want to take it out, you just kind of pull this out there, And it's really nice to have a big clear window for when you're driving so you can see back here and see the traffic that's on the side of the car. The rear windows do pop open, and I've left it open here so that you can reach through and kind of open them and close them if you want to. And these curtains here just draw all the way across, slide all the way across on the back, and make it quite private. Here we are on the other side. There's also quite a lot of storage space under here. And these are air holes for the diesel heater so that it can draw enough air through here, and then the air just kind of, as long as you don't pack this thing completely full of stuff, the air seeps around in the gap between the door right back around here, and it's worked pretty well for us. And you got some storage down in here for random things. Some of my artwork back here. Then here's storage for tools and spare parts and that kind of thing. Storage for jack and straps or whatever else you might need for emergency. There's a good amount of space in it, and one thing that's nice about this is it's quite compact, easy to drive. It drives just like a car. It's not like driving a big camper van. And it's four-wheel drive, so you can, do winter camping with it pretty easily. Has a good heating system, so it stays nice and warm during the winter. At night, what we do for airflow is just to roll down each of these windows down a couple centimeters, and then the rain guards on the other side keep rain from coming in, and this kind of acts as a barrier to any insects like mosquitoes or whatever. It has a DVD player, which is good if you want to hook up an external camera. The car uses the same four-wheel drive system from the Mitsubishi Pajero with four-wheel drive, low and high range, and two-wheel drive, as you see indicated on the shifter there. It has a quite large ski box on the top, which is nice for storing extra stuff. The car has surprisingly little rust for a car of this age. The underside has been treated with oil to prevent it from rusting. It's in pretty good shape. I've been through it mechanically, spent a good deal of time going through it to make sure it was good and reliable, and I can sell this vehicle with confidence, believing that this will be a good car for whoever wants to use it. My wife and I have taken it down on a long trip to Germany, and it's mechanically sound. The tires are brand new on this. They've gone about 3,000 kilometers. They've still got that prime edge on the top. Here's the winter tires, and they're in quite good shape. They've got a lot of life left on them. So that's a little tour of the van. If there's anything else I forgot to mention, I'll write it in the description of the advertisement. I think it's a good van for someone who wants to go winter camping, who needs four-wheel drive, has a lot of ground clearance, it's good off-road, and but it's a little bit small if you want to take trips that are longer than a few days at a time. And so one reason that my wife and I are selling it is because we bought a bigger van. We decided we want to go out for longer than a few days at a time, and we need a little bit more space for our stuff. But if it's just one person, or if it's two people for a couple days at a time, should be a good van.